Race 5 at Belmont jumps at 2:09. It's Rosanna Smith's 60th birthday handicap over 1,600 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent performance of Play Hard.
To go, Play Hard, nearly two in front, Skin and Tins away from the inside, coming after it, followed by Lord Help Me Run, starting to let down. They beat off Lucky Raw, Golgotha defiantly, playing Marika Time to Hunt, running on Play Hard in front, joined quickly now though by Lord Help Me Run, shaken up by Kirby to draw level with the leader. Lord Help Me Run battling back on the inside. Play Hard, Lord Help Me Run, they're going to go to it tooth and nail. Lord Help Me Run and treble.
Just been running good figures so far this preparation, Play Hard, and from the wide barrier I don't think there's any other option than for Molly Clark to just roll forward on this galloper and try and lead once more. We saw last start that the horse was ridden with that intent to lead. It kept kicking in the straight. It was only run over late by Lord Help Me Run, who is a horse who had been running very well this preparation. So I'm happy to have Play Hard on top. From the 14, Retosona, who should be the other horse that's going forward in this event. We saw just the jockey change make a world of difference there. David Harrison alluded to the fact that Paddy Carberry was just able to ride the horse a little bit quieter, a little bit softer out in front, and it certainly appreciated it with a dominant win and a good last start figure. Third pick is the 5, which is the Escort. It's been ridden for cover both runs so far this preparation, but they've both been very slowly run affairs. Just wonder if it might need a little bit more conditioning under its belt, but you can't knock the overall results it's been producing so far. Fourth pick is the one in Sonnen, who's been ridden out in 2 trials so far this preparation. It's just had a small let up since last prep. Its best figures were over 2,000 or so, but if they do have a bit of tempo in this event, Sonnen can be strong going to the line. On top in race 5 is 2 Play Hard from 14 Retosona, 5 the Escort and 1 Sonnen. First leg of the quaddie is race 6 at Belmont, jumping at 2:48. Mrs. Max handicap over 1,200 metres, and we'll have a look at the first up performance of Uni Time, last seen at Belmont.
Point taken in front of it. Uni Time to the outside is about to dig in and make up its run. Racing to the 300. Classic Chant draws equal with I'm Icy, but now Uni Time quickly gathers them in and races to the front. Uni Time from Point Taken. Don't Like Lakeview and Star just paddling away. Then came Full Stop the Moon. Followed home then over on the inside Classic Chant, but it'll be Uni Time and a canter. Uni Time won.
Despite the small field, it was a very impressive performance of Uni Time. Overall, it was the best performance of the day and also a clear personal best for this horse. The bigger field is slightly more difficult for it. It will probably be back at some stage. Gate 5 shouldn't be too much of a hassle, but it will need that clear galloping room. But I'm confident that the horse can elevate off that first up performance and run well second up. Second pick is the 6 Lipstick Flickers. It seems to map perfectly for this event. It was scratched from Wednesday for this event, probably because the draw was so good. Last start, it sat 1 out, 1 back. It loomed over the last 50, but couldn't quite pick up Flower of War before being zapped late by Cryptic Love. So it's coming out of a pretty strong form line for a race like this. Third pick is the 12, Why Choose Her. This horse just annihilated the line last start. It was a big improvement. It was a clear personal best for the horse as well. It was held up until the 100 and really attacked the line well late, so I'll be expecting the same thing here, stepping up in distance. And then fourth pick is the 9 Tycoon Mikado, who just seemed to settle a little bit better there in its most recent trial with the blinkers off. First up last preparation at 1 at Ascot, over 1,200 metres, so that puts him in good stead first up here on Saturday. On top in race 6 is 3 Uni Time from 6 Lipstick Flickers, 12 Why Choose Her and 9 Tycoon Mikado. Race 7 at Belmont jumps at 3:25, the Amelia Park handicap over 1,400 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent performance of Get Over It, last seen at Belmont.
Outside, homeward bound, Baron Bostock reaches the lead. Baron Bostock about 3/4 to a half on DeAndes. In behind them, False Statement running to third. Here comes Get Over It down the outside with a wet sail late. Bushfire Blonde runs on. Baron Bostock, False Statement and Get Over It still running on. False Statement had reached the lead. Get Over It might have come to the end of its run and False Statement's too good. False Statement beat Get Over It. Bushfire.
Blinkers go on, Mitchie Pateman goes on. The horse has still got a wide and slightly sticky barrier, but I'm confident that it should be able to reproduce what it did last start, potentially go one further. The horse has been running some really good figures and it finds a field where it's clearly the best last start figure for this event. I think the horse, no matter where it settles in the run, if it could settle midfield with cover, it would be perfect. But even if it settles last once more, it should be able to pick up as long as they can make ground on the day. Second pick is the 8 and Misty Lad. I'm expecting a bit of improvement from this horse as well. Last start it jumped well, settled outside the leader. It loomed and then was just overtaken late, but it was a bit of a stop-start race. Paul Harvey goes on and I think that's a sign of intent here. Third pick is the 7, which is Festival Miss. It's been improving, and last time out, we actually saw the horse running in a good tempo event. It was the first time and it handled it well. I'm expecting improvement in what looks another fast run race. Fourth pick is the 12 Encryptic Love, who jumped well, floated to 3 back the fence. It took gaps in a straight with a really outstanding patient ride there from Troy Turner, and I'm expecting a similar performance here if it can get itself into a bit of rhythm late. On top in race 7 is 1 Get Over It from 8 Misty Lad, 7 Festival Miss and 12 Cryptic Love. Race 8 at Belmont jumps at 4 o'clock. It's the new season sprint over 1,000 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent trial of Prophet Street, last seen at Lark Hill.
And it is about to switch wider for its run. Down the straight they run in front. Prophet Street shaken up inside the 300 metre mark. Down the outside, Damn Ready's coming home nicely. Disposition worked off their backs and moves up, and Kalu Bazaar's back to the tail. It's Prophet Street in front, shown the whip. Down the outside, Damn Ready coming home quickly, but Prophet Street had a comfortable middle part and has pulled away late to win by a length and a quarter.
With rain forecast in the afternoon at Belmont on Saturday, I'm expecting Prophet Street to firm into favouritism. It just ticks a lot of boxes. The gate looks ideal for it as a typical back marker. William Pike's jumping on board. First up record's good, handles soft conditions, and the distance looks suitable, as of course does Belmont. So for me, I'm expecting Prophet Street to be well supported on the day. Second pick is the 1 Rebel King, who has trialled in outstanding fashion. It just cruised around there for the fastest time of the day. There's perhaps a small query if the rain does arrive. It's not necessarily a wet track horse, but equally it might also be appreciating a little bit further, but that recent trial was sharp enough. Third pick is the 4 Lockroy. I was keen on this horse's chances last start. That was 42 days ago when it settled in the box seat and loomed up to Valor Road, just peaked on the last 100. It should get itself into another handy spot here. Fourth pick is a 7, Don't Fuss, who's coming into this race with a good last start figure, and I'm expecting it should put itself into a position where it will do it tough, but the horse seems to love those sort of conditions. On top in race 8 is 3 Prophet Street from 1 Rebel King, 4 Lockroy and 7 Don't Fuss. That brings us to the last. It's race 9, jumping at 4:35, the Crown Perth handicap over 1,300 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent start of In Love with Paris, last seen at Belmont.
Stoked up now behind them. Battlestorm with Multiverse getting a split. In Love with Paris is looking for a run in behind them. Abdicator reaches the lead going to the 200 from Belter. Battlestorm making heavy weather of it in behind them. Abdicator with Multiverse down on the inside. In Love with Paris is still looking for the run but can't get through. Multiverse, Abdicator, In Love with Paris finally clear, but it'll be too late. Multiverse.
Well, I'm not sure you could say much more about In Love with Paris last start. The horse is bolting. Still is probably blocked for a run right now. It was never clear at all over the last 200 metres, and the last 3 runs have all been very strong performances indeed in terms of its ratings. It's clearly in career best form for mine. Should find itself into a good possession from barrier 7, and Paul Harvey's jumping on board, and he seems to have a nice book of rides here on Saturday. Second pick is the 11 Free Trade. Again, it's a very progressive horse. It should get itself into a midfield position with a bit of cover. The blinkers last start just seemed to make the horse settle a little bit better, and Michael Lane was talking about settling the horse further back in the field in subsequent starts. So I think we'll see that there on Saturday. Third pick is the 3 Nikitas. It's been running in exceptional order since joining the Team Williams camp here in WA. It was coming off a back-to-back 7-day backup there last start. It's now had a few weeks off, but you can't knock what the horse has been doing in terms of its ratings, its preparation. Fourth pick is the 4 Multiverse, who you have to treat with extreme caution, especially if all of that rain arrives on Saturday afternoon. It's certainly been handling the soft tracks of late with aplomb, and it's coming out of very strong form and high rating races as well. On top, in race 9 is the 9 In Love with Paris from 11 Free Trade, 3 Nikitas and 4 Multiverse. Best bets at Belmont, race 4, number 9, Friar Away on the each way, and race 7, number 1, Get Over It. That's all from us here at Perth Racing. If you'd like to keep up to date with us, stay in touch via our website or on social media. Until next time on the box seat, I'm Pete Anthony. Good punting and go well.